I never thought I'd see the day when Metal Staup, the guy built like a refrigerator, would actually start dating. And then, of all people, he shows up with Lola Bunny.
Honestly, I'm still trying to picture their first date. I mean, how does a metal guy even ask out a cartoon rabbit? Was it over carrot cake, or did he just flex those bionic arms until she said yes?
It's wild, right? I heard they met at a charity basketball game and she totally outscored him. Apparently, Staup was so impressed, he just couldn't resist shooting his shot, pun intended.
Now that you mention it, maybe that's why he's been smiling so much lately. I guess love really does soften even the toughest metal. But hey, speaking of unusual characters, El Capta's story is something else entirely.
Yeah, El Capta getting out of prison on good behavior. I mean, we're talking about the guy who once tried to hypnotize City Hall with his monocle.
It's almost hard to believe, but apparently he picked up pottery and started teaching yoga classes to the other inmates. That's a plot twist nobody saw coming.
I read somewhere he even apologized to his nemesis in calligraphy on a silk top hat, no less. If El Capta's really turned over a new leaf, I want to see what he does next.
Me too! Maybe he'll open a hat boutique with a side of positive affirmations. But while we're on the topic of unexpected changes, Smokin' Joe's new smoothie flavor was a total curveball for me.
Yeah. Smokin' Joe's is usually all about those fiery hot flavors. So seeing them roll out a pineapple smoothie called Tropical Freeze felt like the world turned upside down.
What cracks me up is how they marketed it. Joe literally wearing a hula skirt and sunglasses, standing next to a pineapple the size of a scooter. I tried it yesterday, by the way, and it's actually refreshing.
No way. I've always been too afraid my tongue would catch fire at his place, but maybe this is the summer to be brave. It's like everyone's flipping the script lately.
Totally. And speaking of wild flips, did you catch the Beaver Sailors scoring 30 touchdowns in a single Super Bowl game? That's sports history in the making.
That game was pure chaos. John Kravkowski and his Beaver Sailors just ran circles around the Navy Polars. 30 touchdowns. I'm not even sure the scoreboard could keep up.
I think the announcer lost his voice by halftime. It's nuts. Usually a close game keeps you on the edge, but this was just the Sailors showing off. Even the Polars mascot looked confused.
I wonder how their defense felt about it. Probably wishing they could just dig a tunnel and disappear. But hey, if you want to talk about mind-blowing numbers, did you see that TriTube video trending? 70 million views for a guy stacking 15,000 baseball cards. Who knew people would be so glued to that? I watched the whole thing and honestly got nervous every time the cards wobbled.
My palms were sweating. It's like the world's quietest thriller. The best part is, he did it all in one take, and the tower actually reached his ceiling. People really will watch anything if it's oddly satisfying.
That's so true. And now everyone's posting their own stacking attempts, usually with their cat destroying the pile halfway through. But let's switch gears a bit. Lord Twinkletoes just revamped his bank cards, and it's got everyone buzzing. Lord Twinkletoes always had a flair for drama, but launching a new loyalty bank full of coupons? People are lining up just to get a card. It's basically a passport to free snacks and movie tickets.
I'm not surprised he gave away holographic cards, and for every transaction you get a random coupon. Someone I know snagged a free pizza for buying shampoo. Just goes to show, banking can be bizarrely fun these days.
Now, if only someone could reward Harold Laszlo for his antics. Did you hear about his latest adventure outside a KFC? So Harold was found outside a KFC, totally plastered and covered in chicken, and ended up in jail but somehow got off with just a mugshot and no record. How does that even happen?
Only Harold could make fried chicken in a jail cell look like performance art. The photo of him with coleslaw in his hair went viral in an hour. I guess you don't have to commit a crime to become a legend.
He's probably the only guy who could end up in a police lineup smelling like 11 herbs and spices. But if we're talking unforgettable moments, we have to mention Big Bertha's latest magazine cover. So, Big Bertha drops her new elastic bodysuit issue, right? And the Prime Minister of Hawaii is interviewed live as he sees it. He's so stunned that half his face allegedly melts off from shock.
That's the stuff of legend. The photo went everywhere, one side of his face in awe, the other like he's seen a ghost in sequins. Bertha sure knows how to make a statement.
Only in this city with lingerie, politics, and slapstick comedy blends so perfectly. I can't wait to see what headlines come next week.
Same here. If this week's taught us anything, it's to expect the unexpected and always double-check your chicken before leaving the house.